This is actually mesh, but I'm not just going to go outside with a bra underneath. Hey guys, today's video is my favourites for the last 3 months, and I've whittled this down because I tried so much stuff in the last couple of months. Let's just get into the video. First thing I want to talk about is the No Poreblem Primer by Touch in Sol. I freaking love this primer. It fills in your pores without your face feeling really tight or anything like that. It's really smoothing. It's actually a little bit hydrating. It's really, really nice and smoothing. It comes in a pink bottle. This was only about £15 and you get 30 millilitres, so I think that's a pretty good deal. I actually thought Touch in Sol were a lot more expensive. I have found a new favourite foundation, and it's a plastic bottle with a squeezy tube, so it's super convenient. It's lightweight because it's not glass. It's full coverage. I'm wearing it on one side of my face today because I'm actually doing the collection review today. You can use a brush or a sponge. It's great. I really, really love this, and I think that it's such an underrated foundation. The concealer is underrated and so is this foundation. Okay, so I had to talk about both of these concealers, but I've basically used the whole thing. Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. Sorry, Longwear Concealer. As a flat paddle doe foot. I got mine in the shade Ivory Rose. This looks so flawless and smooth under the eyes. It's become a go-to concealer for me for every single day. Can't say enough good things about it. And I was really, really surprised because I'm not a fan of the Conceal and Define liquid foundation. So to love the concealer was actually quite a shock. The other concealer I wanted to talk about is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. This is so full coverage, so many shades. Definitely see if you can go in store to figure out what shade would be best for you. I ended up getting light ivory, but there's at least 4 or 5 shades lighter than this. It has a huge shade range. It makes me want to try out the foundation. If you want to see a review on the foundation, please let me know below. Apparently concealers are my favourite products because I definitely find a new favourite almost every month. I need to talk about this Colourpop No Filter setting powder. New absolute favourite under eye setting powder. It doesn't do much for the rest of my face, it just sets it quite nicely. This little Milani and Colourpop combo, I haven't stopped using this thing underneath my eyes. My under eyes look so smooth, it makes it look like I'm not 30, which I'm gonna be in about a week. I got mine in the shade Translucent. You can see how much I've used. I'll say the Rimmel, Match Perfection is basically the same thing. Also makes your under eyes look really, really flawless. But I just prefer this one. It's like, it's a small little compact thing. I love Colourpop makeup. I'm always buying stuff from Colourpop. I want to do a full review of Colourpop very soon. This lipstick is also Colourpop. Another powder. This Thrive Causemetics powder. I got mine in the shade Translucent Matte. I feel like that's the only shade they have. This is a very pore minimizing loose powder, and I use this specifically in like my T-zone here. This is so pore minimizing. Thrive, you do have to pay for customs, so it does kind of suck, but they do have some really, really great products. I would recommend them. And every single time you buy one of their products, they donate one to a woman in need, which will give a woman in need more confidence, because makeup will definitely do that for you. It definitely does that for me. When we were on foundation, I completely forgot to mention this. I want to quickly mention it because I feel like I've already talked about this. The Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, the stick foundation, so good. If you've seen my dupes part 1 video, I actually seriously think this is a dupe for the Hourglass foundation stick. It's pretty full coverage, like medium to full. It blends really, really nicely, lasts all day. Oh, it's so good. I also have a foundation wear test on this. I got mine in the shade Shell Ivory, which is the same as the liquid. The liquid doesn't last on my skin as well as this does. This lasts so much better, and because of that, I much prefer it, to be honest. So let's talk about the eyeshadow palette that I've been obsessed with. So I took the plunge and I finally got the Anastasia Sultry palette. Every single time I wanted to do a cool tone look at a video of the Sultry palette and realise I really, really needed to get my hands on it. It's so pretty. It has some of the most gorgeous, cooler toned, more like neutral as well, bronzy shades. Then they don't pull really, really warm. I'm kind of over warm shadows. The only thing I don't love about ABH shadow, like shimmer shadows, is I feel like they're not as popping at the end of the day as they are at the start of the day. Maybe I have to use a glitter primer, I don't know. Like the mattes blend so nicely, the shimmers apply really nicely, don't last the longest, but I really think this is such a neutral cool toner palette. Packaging, oh, it's so pretty. So another palette, but it's a shadow, brow and liner palette, and this is by ELF. It's just a bunch of matte shades. So I'm actually wearing this in the crease and in my brows today. I've been using brow powders over a pencil. This deep shade here is the one I always put in my brows, and then I clean up with this one. And then if I just want to put something in my crease, I'll use like the mixture of all of them. It's pretty nicely as eyeshadow, but I just love it. Brows, I think it's so easy to just grab a brush and feather some colour through it. And since I shaved off the tail of my brow, pencil just isn't doing it for me. The last of the eyes is this mascara, the You Better Work Volume and Curl Mascara by Essence. In my last probably 4, 5, 6 tutorials, I've been using this mascara because it has this really nice fluffy wand which is also curved, and the first time you put it on you're like, it's pretty good, it's not the greatest, and then you layer and you're like, wow, this is pretty good for a budget mascara. So full and fluttery. I also really like the packaging, I really like the tealy green, I think it's really cute. So I just want to mention just a couple of products for the face. One of the bronzers I've been gravitating toward is this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in Sunlight. This is one of the only bronzers that is cool enough where I can contour as well as bronze to warm up my face. It's so hard for me to find a product like this. Normally I have to use a bronzer to warm up and then a contour product, and it just takes twice as long. So when I can find something like this, which is hard for when I'm this pale, great, I really like it. It blends so seamlessly. Really like Milani products. I'm not sure if I found a bad product from them, to be honest. Okay, a highlighter I finally got my hands on. Jaclyn Hill and Kathleen Lights mentioned the Cheerleaders little trio with the highlighter Cookie in it, and I was so tempted to pick up that palette, but I don't use the Hoola bronzer, it's too deep for me, and I already have the Gold Rush blush. I didn't want to waste my money if it's just a highlighter, but then they came out with the highlighter as a single. It is stunning. They really, like, Jaclyn Hill and Kathleen did not lie. It does come with a brush, which I do use. Like, I've got this highlighter on my cheekbone today because my highlighter was not popping. This is what it looks like. It's so reflective. This is easily one of the most blinding highlighters. The brush you get with it is hacked enough and it's ever so slightly angled. Would it be the first highlighter brush I pick up? No, but it's in there, it's convenient, and it's a stunning highlighter. It is about £26 or something. It's worth it in my eyes. If you don't want to spend that much on a highlighter, this H&M highlighter, this is the Illumination Lustre powder in Delicate Pearl. I've used mine so much that it broke. This is the shade here. This is Cookie and this is H&M. Like, both of them are very like blinding. This one's a bit more blinding than this one, but this is more like an everyday highlighter, and it's so creamy. Like, it blends onto the skin so nicely. I don't have a single bad thing to say. Like, even in the pan, you can see it has a bit of shimmer. I was so impressed with this. More of a blinding highlight, I would use Cookie. If I want more of like a day-to-day highlight, I would use H&M. And speaking of H&M, their blushes is in Cameo Pink and this is in Deep Brown. These are two shades here. This one's just slightly more nude, like berry toned ever so slightly. These are matte. They don't have any sort of sheen to them or anything like that, but they are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous blushes. Blend so nicely on the skin. Again, you will have seen me use this a million times in all of my tutorials recently. I haven't been able to pick up a single other blush. These are just my absolute new favourites, and I need to get like the whole H&M range. And lastly, for the lips category, that this PS, this is a Primark lipstick. This is the PS Liquid Matte Kissproof Long Lasting and Intense Colour Lipstick in Desire, flat paddle doe foot. It's like a seriously warm, chocolatey brown. It's very matte. I have been picking this up so often. It goes with every look I've done with this palette. This is like a 40-odd pound palette, and this is like a £2.50 liquid lipstick. It's so good. I was so surprised. I really loved the shade and the colour and the staying power in my Primark video. I loved it. I love this lipstick. I think this is such a good find from Primark. Seriously, like, well done. The Primark Aerial palette, that one highlighter I used constantly for about a month, but I feel like these highlighters have kind of taken over, so that's why that's not included, unfortunately. The last product I want to talk about is this lip gloss. Now, look how bedazzled this is. I didn't even particularly want to pick this up. I used to have a little mirror that I have with my like going out handbag. My mirror broke, so I wanted to get a different one. I saw this little mirror which had all these studs and stuff on it, which was really cool. I thought it was perfect, but it came with this lip gloss, so I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'll get it, and if it's a nice lip gloss, great. If not, I'll just give it to my mum or something like that. It's so bougie though. It has lights in it. You have your mirror so you can apply. This is just a really shiny lip gloss. Like, you can see in the tube, I think that it's very like pearlish. And here is the lip gloss. It almost looks like another highlighter because it has so much shimmer in it. That's on part of the liquid lipstick. You probably can't tell much. It does have a lot of shimmer in it. It smells incredible. It smells like, it's very tingling when it goes on because it is a plumping lip gloss, but it smells like my childhood. This is by Prai Beauty. If you like shiny lip glosses, you will really enjoy this. So that is everything of my favourites for the last couple of months. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like it. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what your favourites was in a comment below over the last couple of months. I'd love to hear from you guys, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!